Hi guys, welcome to join Xinhua Live. I'm Yoyo from Xinhua, and this is my colleague Rachel.
Hello, guys.
We are doing Xinhua Live in the Shanghai Conference Center. So today is the China Brand Day, and more than 200 brands bring their technologies and products to the public.
The theme is China Brand World Sharing. The first one we are seeing is called Barrowman. Yoyo, would you like to introduce a little bit about this brand?
Sure. So the Barrowman Suit Company was established in 1928, and as you see, and this kind of suit has been regarded as the most exquisite the suit in China. And thanks to the reform and opening up policy, the company has imported the advanced technologies from Japan, and Italy, and with the the talented main craft of the producing the suit, it has become the mainstream of the high-end business suit.
The one beside Barrowman is actually called Maochang Glasses. This is one of the most famous glasses brand even in today's China. Many of the glasses you can actually see, they look very, very traditional. This is actually the first generation of glasses.
Yeah, this type of glasses, just like which one that my grandpa will wear.
Yeah, it takes you all the way back, right? This is like the first generation of their product. It takes you all the way back, and of course they have many of the innovated and the newest models. They do not look like this, guys. They look very fantastic. But this is just to show you guys how it was a few hundred years back. And the one back next to this is actually to make gold decorations. It's also really famous. Many of Chinese families would actually purchase them before getting married. This is one of the things that is a must do here in China if you are ever trying to get married here in China.
And golden products have been regarded as to bring people lucky and bring people the happiness of their life and career or the family life.
Yeah, I know many people will give gold decorations to the younger generation and it's sometimes even the babies, because this is all for the good luck. They feel like gold decorations can actually bring good luck to people. And the one next to ours is another bicycle, but this one looks really old and traditional.
This bicycle brand is called Forever. It's one of the most famous bicycle branding in China, and it is the first company which developed the first generation of the lightweight bicycle, the heavy loaded bicycle. And on the wall we can see every part of the bicycle has been separated, so you can have the more insight of how the bicycle structures.
Oh my God, that's one bike.
Yeah.
It has so many parts.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that, but like it has all those parts, and you can see the smaller ones on the side. They are really, really small, but they all make one bike, make it really modernized.
Yeah. And now the Forever bicycle company, they also develop like the electrical bicycle and other new technology. So now we are heading to the corner of the stationery.
Wow, this is Hero, right? It looks like Hero. Oh my God. It brings back my childhood again.
So Hero pen has gained the most reputation in the Chinese stationery market. Look this type of the pen. Look this kind of the pen. Do you know the story behind it?
Wow, it says APAC, but I do not know.
This type of the pen, was being used for the top official leaders from different countries during the 2014 APEC summit. And another new version of this pen was being used at the One by One Road summit.
I was told by the company that they are actually making smart pens. And they actually know the way you like, they know the color you like, they has a few of the tech inside making your whole experience much easier. And this looks like a 1970s, 70s or 80s Chinese home, right?
Yeah, a very typical Chinese home. We can see the refrigerator, the television, the bed, every decoration. Looks very old school.
Yeah, you can actually see Chinese love for the color red. It's like through the history it never changed. Everything seems to be in red if they can. This is a butterfly. This is one, and this is called butterfly. This is one of the things used to be used as dowry back in the 1970s or 80s. So if you want to get married, you are supposed to buy one of this for the girl's family. This is the dowry. 乒乓球. Wow, ping pong, right?
Yeah.
Table tennis, guys.
It's a ping pong ball. These products are from the Hongshuangxi, also a very old brand. We can see many signature, with the historical meanings products are presented here.
Wow, table tennis feels like one of the most stereotyped, but yes, it's true. It's like really, really popular here in China. And this is one of the best ones. We are playing the Olympics, so this really brings lots of the memories, actually.
Well, I know there is another corner of the interactive space, so let's go there and check them out.
The one behind me shows the street of Nanjing Road a few years back. Actually, some 100 years ago, this is where first Nanjing Road actually became really famous. Today, it's still treated as China's #1 commercial area. You can see the old picture of some of the department stores on Nanjing Road. In today, some of them are still there, but they are already renovated with new technology, including LED and AR.
Yeah, as you see, we are working on the Chinese brand streets of this China Brand Day. And Shanghai has been listed as a top 10 tourist destination in the world. So everybody come to China, they will come to like the Heping Hotel or the International Hotel. And one of their specific feature is their jazz band. So let's check it out. Yeah, as we see, this musician is one of the members of the jazz performance. So have you tried to listen to the performance?
Well, there were a lot of people here just watching those performances. They were just finished one of the performance a few minutes back. This is one of the most attractions here in Peace Hotel and actually is quite famous. Guys, let's check out here. There are lots of people here.
Hey, you are watching Xinhua Live on the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and we are doing live for the China Brand Day.
Wow, that's white rabbits. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is white rabbit candy. It has been one of the most sweetest memory of, I suppose, the most Chinese people. The Shanghai Bright Food Company, the owner of this brand, they have reached out to more territory of their industry areas. Like they plan to establish eco-tourist park in Chongming, in the south part of the Shanghai. And this very classic silky creamy taste of this candy has been favored of the Chinese people as well as the rest of the world.
Of course. Do you even know this brand actually have a collaboration with one of the cosmetic company? They actually introduced a lip balm.
Yeah, and they also have developed new technology with the lipsticks, which tasted as the milky candy.
Sometimes you just cannot resist it. Feels like my childhood all over again. Let's check out.
There are the Chinese traditional snacks like the beef jerky, walnuts, and the soya beans and dates. And they are also from another famous branding called there's one which the brand, yeah, Sanyang Shen, which has both more than 100 years history.
The one behind me is actually super famous. It's called Qiaojiasha. As you can see, it has 1909 under it. That means this brand has more than 100 years of history. Actually, if you guys are familiar with Chinese history, you know that would be in Qing Dynasty. So it has a very long history. So today here, they are going to have show people the real experience of how to make this traditional Shanghai flavored pastry. It's called the Lei Sha Tuan. This one is the word Lei actually means the way to create this very unique pastry. You can look at the way she is making it. You can see it becomes a little bit like a flower. It's like a lotus, right?
Yeah, so on the China Day exhibition, they are not only presented the products, but also the technology and the culture behind it, so that the people can get a very upgraded recognition of this brand meaning.
Yeah, you can see this is called sweetened bean filling, and so this is really sweet, which is very popular in Shanghai. And now she's gonna have another layer of process. Yes, and in the end, it would look like somewhere between that one on the end. It will have a dark-sided powder here. Actually, in the end, it will look like something like this with another layer of powder. It's also sweet, so double sweet, right?
Mm-hmm. And I wonder how many outlets that they have across China.
Well, currently they have 29 stores in Shanghai, but in 3 years' time, this brand is expected to have more 100 outlets here in Shanghai.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And we are now looking in front of us, it's very amazing, like the tram-type traveling bicycle.
Yeah.
It's from Phoenix, also a brand which has more than 70 years history.
In the old days, it's a really big honor to have a Phoenix bicycle, something to show off.
Now there's someone to run the bicycle, and as she runs the bicycle, we can see the different various brands in the Chinese history covering from different industries like clothing, food, home appliance, and most of them have more than 70 years history.
When they ride forward, those years become bigger and bigger, which is closer and closer. When they ride backwards, you can see the history going all the way back. Now it's 2017, but in a few years' time, it will be 2016 again.
Yeah, and just like you mentioned before, the bicycle was like one of the main traffic tool in the people's daily life. But now a time in modern China, that this bicycle has been regarded as one kind of the leisure time for people.
It's all about health, people, the new lifestyle. It's not just the way you travel.
Where are we heading for?
We are actually heading to show you guys a few interesting things. One of them is called Qipao. Definitely interesting for most of you guys. It's around the corner.
Yeah, and this room just brings us back to the old Shanghai time.
Yeah, the one on our left is called the Longfen Qipao. This one is one of the really, really famous Chinese brand. It's called China's time-honored brand. You can look at those qipao. They are super, super pretty. And many of you guys may wonder, do people in China still wear qipao today? The answer is yes. Many of the Chinese girls see the qipao as a way of express themselves, not just the only choice they have.
Yeah, because it's not only chic but also very stylish. And look at the pattern on the qipao. Every qipao has different patterns, so everyone has their unique piece to suitable for their style.
Wow, here comes a model wearing qipao. She's really carrying it off. In this scene, you may feel it's like some 100 years ago in Shanghai, and the way they talk, the way they dress, it takes you all the way back. I love the red ones.
Oh, I prefer to the yellow ones.
This one will look good on you. Do you want to try?
I'm not sure. What about you?
Maybe next time we have time, but they look really, really good, guys. Seriously, if you are interested, definitely check this one out.
So qipao looks very excellent, especially when the women are wearing the qipao looks very slim. So yeah.
Oh, the blue one looks really good too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good for your daily use. Nothing too overdressed, but the color is really, really pretty. Oh, I like the way they present it.
Yeah, the thing is quite familiar with us in some movies like
Yeah.
花样年华.
I know. Well, Maggie Chen
Yeah.
and Tony Lin actually have this kind of scene set up. It feels like it's one of the most famous movies in Chinese history.
You know, nowadays, when the young generation has become the main power of the Chinese consumption markets, the Chinese brands are upgrading their technology as well as their design to catering for the new consumers.
Of course, this one is actually dark themed, very, very different from what you actually would experience in Yuan. Because in that Yuan, the most you see is Chinese styled temples and Chinese styles of buildings. They really reach whatever you are imagine of China, you will get it there. And the one we are looking at here shows their real ambition in making efforts to become a part of younger Chinese life. Do you want to check that one out? It looks really interesting. That one, yeah, the girl is actually taking the picture because this one does not seem to be the old Yuan.
So this room is just like a botanical garden.
Yeah. So what's going to be in this botanical garden? Herb tea. Oh my God, guys, this is the herb tea, and let's check it out. It's called Li Gao Lu.
What does it mean?
The first one is actually pear in Chinese. So basically, it says the ingredient is pear, and in
house.
yeah.
About like the lifestyle for the young generation. So we like this.
So basically, this one is actually good for your lungs, according to Chinese medicine. So this one is actually the ingredient is also originated from one of the very old product called Yao Li Gao, and this is the drink made out of it. So basically, it makes you a lot easier when you are trying to drink this and get healthy. Yes, this part actually looks more traditional. Basically, the food actually you are going to actually will be made available here in Yuan. Oh, Xiaolongbao.
I like the decoration of this whole exhibition. Oh. So you are watching Xinhua Live with us on the China Brand Day. Today we are now see like more than 200 Chinese brands. They bring their products and technologies here for more consumers and to upgrade the recognition of the branding. So hope you like enjoying it.
Thank you, guys. Any of you guys are actually interested, go home and check out. There are so many Chinese brands, even without your knowing, actually in your home, and you love it. So if any of you guys actually love those Chinese brands, please leave a comment and let us know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.